My progress throughout this course has changed as each assignment we did helped me gain some new skills and some new knowledge. And I believe that each assignment offered some new skills that helped me become a better writer in the end. So the first thing I think that helped me become a better writer was the assignment about race when it comes to online dating. That was one of the first big blogs that I did, and this was probably the biggest challenge so far, considering how much I had to write. And I had written a few other blogs beforehand, so I had some general knowledge about writing. But in high school, I wasn't really that strong of a writer. But I think with this assignment, and also the assignments that went with this, it taught me some skills when it comes to writing. So thinking more abstractly, looking more into detail. And with that, I think it really helped me write this blog. So I think coming into it, the knowledge, especially about the subject, I had no idea that people prefer other people more, and people prefer white men 60% of the time over black men, and it's crazy to see these statistics. And I think that got me engaged in my writing. And so that was probably the first big assignment that really started my way into becoming a better writer. And what also helped was group work, and that helped with communication and helped working with other people. It's weird because usually with group work, it's very stressful, but with my group, we all got along, we all communicated well, and we each divided up our work individually so that we could come together to get it done. And we all really liked each other. So I think that was a good step in the process of learning to work with other people, because that's really important, and it helps improve your communication skills and also your writing skills. And as we started nearing Thanksgiving, we had to start running our research project. And this was probably going to be the biggest challenge of the year, considering that it was going to be a lot of writing, a lot of research. So starting out, I think Coleman, helped us into the process really well. And for me especially, I think the ease and transition, that it wasn't going to be so bad. And I think the peer review process of the research paper is what got me to my peak in writing. I think it showed that the mistakes I were making, and I looked at that and I'm like, okay, how can I improve on this? What can I do better? And how can I make my writing overall an effective piece? So looking at the peer review, Carly, my peer reviewer, pointed out a lot of things that were wrong, and she pointed out things that were also right that I could keep working. I had a lot of grammatical errors, I had a lot of run-on sentences, and I had some transition issues. So I took that as a challenge, and I fixed those things, and it really made my writing a lot better. And I think that people, when they point out mistakes that you can't see, I think that gives you a different perspective, that it can only benefit you. Because it only benefited me, even though some people may take it as, oh, well, you're right, it's not that good. No, I took it as constructive criticism, and that really did help my writing. And I think without the peer review process, my paper wouldn't have been as good as it is. And I think by also looking at other people's paper, I could also point out flaws that I could then translate into my own paper. So I think that was probably one of the most important things that we did with the process. So I think that with the peer review process, what that did was it helped me become a better writer overall. It showed what looking at work critically and analytically, it meant a lot to me, because I think you could really point out specifics. I think to the other person, that really showed that you're really interested in their work and that you're trying to help them. I think it helped shape my perspective of writing, considering I was never a good writer and I never really did like it. And then as I wrote more, I actually really enjoyed it. So I think that's something that maybe I could possibly further into a career. And that goes along with my attitude. I think you have to have a positive attitude when it comes to writing. I think your ideas flow better, and that only transitions on paper. Because you have to have a good mindset when going into writing. And if it's something that you don't want to do, you're not going to put a lot of time and effort into it. So by the end, I had my website done, and I looked back and noticed, wow, I really have come a long way from the beginning. And at the end of the journey, I was very proud of myself. You know, I didn't think that I would get this far and that my website and all my writings would be this good. So I was really happy with myself, and I think each step of the way, each assignment we did was just another building block in helping me have a strong foundation with writing. And by the end, I was improved dramatically. And I'm glad that this course taught me a lot, and I believe that the skills I've learned can transition to later in life and help me. Even though the process was challenging, I believe it offered a lot. And at the end, I think it worked out, and everything proved to be successful.